Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunny Savita, and in this video we're gonna implement one end-to-end project by using Haystack, MistralAI, Pinecone, and FastAPI. Yes, guys. So I was creating the video on top of the RAG. So if you will go and check with my YouTube channel, so I created around 8 to 10 video with respect to the RAG where I started from very scratch. I discussed the basic agenda of the RAG. Then I came to the how you can create the RAG pipeline and all. And then I discussed the RAG by using the different framework. So first I started with the LangChain, then Llama Index, and by using this Llama Index and LangChain, I already created a couple of projects. Now, in the previous video, I was talking about the Haystack. So how you can use this Haystack, what are the pros and cons we have with respect to the Haystack, and what you have inside this new documentation of the Haystack, that is 2.x. So we try to explore that and we find out so many things over there. So that's why I thought, why should not I create one end-to-end project where you can utilize a Pinecone, a beast vector database, where you can create the APIs, okay, by using the like this Flask or Fast API, Gradio or Streamlit, or maybe you can use the different model, open source model. I'm not focusing on the like the paid one. So here I will be completely focused on the open source itself. So yes, let's start with the implementation of this project. Soon you will find out so many video with respect to the RAG, and definitely I will be coming up with those video. But here in this video, let's try to implement this project. So first of all, guys, what I will I will show you the documentation of the Haystack. Now here, you just need to check with this documentation 2.0. So this is the latest documentation of the Haystack, and behalf on this only, we are going to implement this entire project. So here, without wasting a time, I will start with the project. So I won't focus too much on theory. For that, like I will create separate videos. Let's say if you want to understand about the Mistral AI, if you want to understand about the Haystack, which I already covered in the theoretical term. Okay, or if you want to understand about the vector databases and all, so definitely I will be creating a dedicated video on top of it. But here I will more focus on the project implementation only, and I'm taking a reference of these particular documentation. So guys, don't go with 1.x, because here lots of things is deprecated and you will face a lot of issue. So this is the stable documentation, and you have to use this particular version of the Haystack for creating the project. So let's begin. So here guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to implement this entire project in the VS Code itself. And don't worry, I will give you the clear cut architecture and all, and whatever tech stack we are going to use, each and everything I'll be talking about here itself. So what I'm doing, first of all, I'm going to open my folder, right? So in any drive, in C drive, D drive, you can open your folder, you can create the new folder, and that particular folder you can open inside the VS Code. Okay, so by a command prompt or by a UI, both is fine. Now what I'm doing here, so here I'm doing right click, here I'm creating a new folder. So my folder is going to be end to end Haystack. Okay, end to end Haystack with Fast API. So here I'm going to use Fast API for creating the API. Okay, the endpoint URL. Now this is what this is my folder, guys. Now here what I will do, here I will do right click on top of it, and this particular folder I'm going to open in my VS Code. So here in my VS Code, basically I'm going to open this particular folder. Now see guys, I opened this folder inside my VS Code. Now I will show you from scratch that how to create the environment and all, and how to do the entire setup. So each and everything I will show you here itself. And then see, I'm showing you this thing in my all the videos, whatever videos, basically I try to create the project and all. So I started from scratch only. So I will go little fast. I will try to skip those things. I mean, I won't try to explain you much. If you want to understand in detail, definitely you can visit my previous video. So I can suggest you one live session which I took on top of the Llama Index. So there I created one QA system from scratch, and I explain you the complete infrastructure setup. But soon I'll be like updating too much content on my YouTube, where I will uploading the video how you can create the end-to-end development environment. Okay, for your AI development, for your generative AI development. Okay, now let's start. Let's begin. So this is my empty folder, and each and everything we are going to do here itself. So the first folder which we are going to create over here, that's going to be a QA system, right? So here is what this is my main folder, and my folder name is going to be QA system. Now inside this particular folder, I'm going to create one file. So manually I'm doing it because this is not a very huge project where I have to create hundreds of folder. No, it's not like that. So here I just have to create a couple of folder, 4 to 5 only, so I can do it manually as well. Otherwise I can use any automated script, and that I will show you in the later on project where we are going to implement any huge infrastructure. Okay, now what I'm doing, so here I'm going to create this init file and init.py. Now inside this itself, inside this QA system itself, I'm going to create two more files. So the first file is going to be ingest.py. Okay, so where I will be writing my each and every code with respect to the ingestion, data ingestion. I think you know about the RAG architecture and all everything. If you don't know, guys, just wait. I will be like cover little bit theory part so that you will get to know the context of this video. If you are watching me first time, then only. Now, if you are following to me, then I think you will be champion in this particular thing like RAG and all everything. So what I'm doing, so here I'm going to create one more file inside this particular folder. Just click on it and then click on this icon, and here you can simply write ingestion.py. So this is my new file. Now I'm going to create one more file here itself inside this particular folder. Now my new file name is going to be retrieval and generation. Okay, generation. So this new file basically I'm going to create over here generation, right, .py. So here I will be writing the code with respect to the retrieval and the generation. Both code I will write inside the single file. Okay, now here the next file basically inside this particular folder which I'm going to create, the file is going to be utils. So here I'm going to create this utils.py. So I have this three file inside this folder. One is ingestion and second is retrieval and generation. Okay, so first we'll ingest the data and then we'll retrieve it, and then finally we'll augment it by using the LLM models. Now apart from this one, guys, I want to create what I want to do. Tell me, I want to create my FastAPI. So for that also I'm going to create one more file, new file, that's going to be app.py, and it will be apart from this folder, means outside of this main folder. Now let me create few more files. So here I'm going to create this setup.py file so that I can use this particular folder as a local package. Okay, I can install it inside my local virtual environment. I will create the environment and all, don't worry, everything, and even I will give you the all the step in my readme file. So and I will upload it on my GitHub, and then from there itself you can take this particular code. So QA system, init, ingestion, retrieval, utils, app.py, setup.py, and here one more file basically which is required, that is called requirement, requirements.txt. So this new file is required over here, that is requirement.txt. Okay, now if you want to initialize the get and all, so definitely for that a couple of files will be required. So here I can create that also. So here the new file is going to be, let's say here I can write this git ignore, so that later on I can update my code over the GitHub, right? So whatever thing I want to ignore, I don't want to be I want to be discard from this local repository and the GitHub repository, I can mention inside this git ignore. Couple of other files. So here I can mention one more file, readme.md. So readme.md. So this file also I can create, and there I can write my all the all the details and all regarding the project, so that everyone can read it and everyone can understand it. So QA system, git ignore, app.py, readme, requirement.txt, setup.py. I think most of the file we have created. Now let me create one more folder here, not file, folder. The folder name is going to be a data, because here we are going to read the data from the local directory itself. We are not going to read from any cloud resources. So those type of project also I will show you, where we can read the data from S3, from Azure Blob, or from the different resources. Okay, so data, QA system, git ignore, app.py, readme, requirement.txt, setup.py. I think most of the file we have created over here. Now let's try to create the application, means let's try to write the code, and this is going to be a complete modular coding, guys. And here like you will get to know that how efficiently we are going to write each and every line of code. Okay, so here you can see we have data. Now here inside this particular folder I'm going to keep my data. QA system is here, And then one more thing basically which is required over here, one more folder. The folder name is going to be template, because yes, I will show you that how you can create your basic HTML also. So here inside this template, we are going to create one file. The file name is going to be index.html, because here I am including the user interface also. Okay, so I hope my folder structure is ready. Now whatever thing will be required, I will be adding dynamically. Great. Now just open your terminal here and click on this terminal and then click on this new terminal. So here you will find out the different terminal: PowerShell, Git Bash, Command Prompt, Ubuntu, Kali, JavaScript, right? In my case, I have different terminal, but in your case, maybe you will get only PowerShell and Command Prompt if you haven't configured any other thing, right? So one thing, guys, I would suggest to all of you: don't download anything, right? Kali, JavaScript. This is what I have downloaded in my system. Just download this git bash. So once you will simply go with a Google and search about the git download, automatically like you will get the git bash once you download the git inside your system, because that is very much required as a developer. Okay, you should have git inside your local system. Now I'm going to open this git bash, and this is my git bash terminal where I can run my all the Linux commands. So here let me clear it and let me create one virtual environment. So this virtual environment I can create by using the Python virtual environment, or I can create this virtual environment by using the Anaconda. So for my all the project, I always use the Anaconda, because Anaconda is a package manager which we generally use for creating the data science project, NLP related project, machine learning related project, generative AI related project, because it will give you like a lots of dependency already. You no need to like set up those things. It will give you those things, and you can directly use it. So here it will already give you one environment, the basic by default environment, that is nothing, that is called, let me write it down over here, base environment. So it will give you one base environment by default, but here we are not going to use this by default environment. We are going to create our own virtual environment here. So let's try to create our own virtual environment. Now what I'm doing, so first of all, let me clear it and let me create the environment. So Conda is having some sort of a command, guys. And don't worry, this each and every command I will mention inside this readme.md. Okay, so here I am going to write conda create -p. Okay, now here is my environment name. Let's say env. Env means environment. Anything you can write here. Now here Python version I'm using 3.9. I'm not going to use Python 3.7, Python 3.8, because most of the time it will generate the error. It will generate the issue in the latest documentation. So better you can use the updated version of the Python like 3.10, 3.10, sorry, 3.9, 3.10, 3.11. You face like a little issues only, not the major one. If you are going to use 3.8, 3.7, there's a higher chances you might face some sort of issues. So 3.9 now -y, and here my environment is getting created. So see, my virtual environment is getting created, and here you will be able to find out on the left hand side, I will get my environment folder. Now until what I can do inside this git ignore, I can mention this environment name. So because I don't want to track it, I just want to keep it local only. So that's why I mentioned inside my .git ignore. If you don't know about the git, if you don't know about the docker, don't worry guys, definitely I will help you related to that also. Soon you will be getting a lot of video from my side on top of the MLOps, Kubernetes, help, or the different other tools. So Terraform, Ansible, and this Git, Docker. So each and everything basically I'm trying to cover, and don't worry, I will show you the real-time uses as well. So whatever project, whether it's an AI project, NLP project, the core NLP project, or deep learning project, means CV, or machine learning project, anywhere you can utilize those DevOps or MLOps tools. Now here, let me activate this environment. So see, this is my environment. Now here what I'm going to do, guys. So first of all, let me activate the environment. You will find out the command over here itself, over the terminal. Now what I'm going to do here, first of all, let me close everything, and simply I'm writing over here source activate /env. So guys, this is the repetitive step again and again. I don't want to show you again and again. I don't want to explain you. That's why I'm fast forwarding this one. So don't worry, soon I will create the one end-to-end video for all of you. There I will explain you how you can create the how you can develop one end-to-end infrastructure for the generative AI development. Now the next thing is what? So env is here. So now let me do one thing. Let me initialize the git also here. So I'm initializing the git inside my local repository. So now you can see everything is tracking by the git only. So easily I can update each and everything on my GitHub. I just need to add the URL and I will be able to do that. So env is there, data, QA system, template, everything is fine. Now let's try to take the new move here. So first of all, guys, what I have to do, so I have to write the code inside this setup.py. So here I am giving the code related to the setup.py. I already kept in my notepad, and this is the code related to the setup.py. Along with setup.py, I would like to give you one more thing. That is what? That's the requirements. So here I am giving you a few more things with respect to the requirement. So here is the requirement, guys. So let me give you let me give you the walkthrough of the requirement. So the first requirement is the Pinecone Haystack. So as I told you that I'm going to use Pinecone vector DB for storing the embedding. Now here's the Haystack AI. This is the main module for Haystack 2.0. If you are going to use Haystack 1.x, so in that case you will get farm Haystack. But if you are going to use Haystack 2.0, in that case you will get this Haystack AI. Fast API is there, UBCon is there, which is a application server for this Fast API. Now python.env for loading the environment variable. Now here is the path lib, then hyphen dot, so for executing this local package, for installing this local package. Now setup.py, guys. So here this setup.py we use for installing this local package, this local package, this local package in our virtual environment, in this virtual environment. Okay, so this is the entire configuration of this local package, this QA system. And how we'll be able to find out this is my local package? See, this is my global package, means someone has already created somewhere and which is hosted on the PyPy repository, and this package is actually, this is called the local package. Okay, how can I identify? So in whatever folder you will find out this init file, right? Init file. So those packages called the local package, and whenever we are going to run this pip install -r requirement.txt, and if we are mentioning this -e dot, so automatically this package will be installed, because in backend this -e dot, it is executing this setup.py file only. Directly we can install the setup.py file, or by using the requirement.txt also we can do this thing. So let's do it now. So here simply I am writing pip install -r requirement.txt, and let's try to install the requirement, guys. I believe everything is getting clear, so I'm not focusing on the theory here. I'm completely focusing on the hands-on. So regarding the topic like MistralAI, Pinecone, I will be creating a separate video, guys, separate video. Please believe on me. Okay, so please try to focus on the project creation over here, because this is more like very much important. So theory part and all everything you can understand, but this type of project you won't get anywhere. So if you will go and check with the YouTube or the blog, right, so they will just give you the high level overview by using the ip file. In very few YouTube channel you will get this type of end-to-end project. So that is my motto, to give you each and everything along with the theory, implementation, and end-to-end project. And soon I'm going to start the fine-tuning LLM ops, whatever thing is required for creating best to best Gen AI application. So how you can access the LLM in your local system in the lowest cost, how you can utilize that. So I will be telling about that as well. So Olama, LM Studio, quantization, okay, bits and bytes, everything like we are going to discuss over here itself. So let it download, and then we'll start with the further implementation. So don't worry if you are worrying about the steps and all, guys. So you can pause the video, you can then write the steps and all whatever I'm doing. Otherwise, after the video, just check with this readme file. I will be updating everything over here itself, each and every description. So here you can see my requirement is installed. Now what I have to do, so my requirement installed. Now one more thing I try to forgot you, I forgot to tell you, basically we have to create this environment file as well, .env file, so that I can store my environment variable and all. Okay, it's a portable file. It's a file basically for the portable environment variable, which I can carry anywhere. So what I'm doing here, I'm creating .env file as well. So there I can create my all the environment variable. Now let's begin. Let's start with the code. So first we are going to write the code for the ingestion. So guys, here I have kept all the import statement. Let me show you those import statement, and step by step I will try to explain you the meaning of that as well. So this is the import statement, guys, which I am going to use throughout this ingestion part. So here, first of all, guys, what I need to do, see here, I'm getting this yellow lines here with respect to this package. So if you will click on this base conda, so here you will get all the environment. So instead of selecting this base, this is my all the environment basically which is available inside the anaconda, which I've created by myself. Now instead of using this base, what I'm doing, I'm using this env, okay, my virtual env, this one, right, the first one. Now I'm clicking on this one, and here you can see my environment is reactivating, means my terminal is reactivating based on this particular environment, and in some time it will be gone. See, now we cannot see this one. Now here you can see, guys, okay, I think I'm getting this utils. Okay, it's a utils, not let me first of all, let me remove it. I will write it down later on. So see, now the first is what? First is pipeline. The first import statement is a pipeline. So this import statement, this pipeline is import statement, we are we are using for creating the haystack pipeline. If you will look into the length chain, so there you will find out the chain. Okay, now here in the haystack we have a pipeline. So what is the pipeline? So pipeline is nothing, it's a collection of the components. Got it? Now the next one is what? Next one is the document writer. So document writer, for writing the data, document means what? Data, sentences. So for writing into the database, we use this particular module. Now document splitter, so for chunking, right, we have recursive splitter, we have character splitter, we have token splitter in the length chain. Similar to that only, we have this splitter, document splitter, so that we can divide the data into the multiple chunks. You can read the detail of it over here as well. Now we have sentence transformer, document embedder. So here actually we are using this particular class for creating the embedding. Now you can read the detail of it. So here you will find out the detail that why we are using it. We are using this particular class for creating the embedding. Okay, we take the document and we generate the embedding from that particular sentence. Okay, now here you can see Pinecone document is stored. So we use this particular module for storing the data in Pinecone. PDF to document. So PDF to document, we use this particular import statement. Then we have this path os.env. So path basically for getting the system related path means here you can see in the Linux basically you will find out the forward slash. In the Windows you will find out the backward slash. So we won't face any sort of a problem by use with respect to this path and all. That's why we are using this path module. Now OS means with interacting to the OS operating system, and here's a .env for loading this .env file. Okay, so let's start, let's begin. I think you got to know the meaning of this particular statement. So the next thing which we are going to do over here, we are going to create one method, def method. Now we are going to create this ingest method. So here we want to ingest the data, and how we'll be able to ingest the data, I will tell you. So here we are going to create the ingest method. Now as of now I'm keeping it as a empty one. So I'm going to create the complete skeleton, and then I will be writing the code over there. So first what I'm doing here, I'm going to write this if name is equal to May, and here basically I'll be required couple of things. So let me give you what all thing basically which will be required if I want to run this particular module individually. Okay, so here basically from this particular condition I will call this method. Which method? This method, ingest method. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this ingest method. So where I'm going to ingest my data? Tell me. I'm going to ingest my data inside the Pinecone, right? So first of all, let me tell you the complete architecture of it, and then basically we'll start with the implementation. Or let me write a couple of more method, and then I will do that. So here you can see ingestion. We require this ingest, and here we are calling this ingest. If I want to run individually this particular thing, then what we are going to do here, we are having this retrieval and generation. Now let me import few import statement over here, and then I will show you the functionality of this particular module. So what I'm doing, so first of all, let me take all the import statement. So here is all the statement, guys, which I already kept in my notepad. So I'm just going to copy and paste it over here. So the first one is what? Secret. Okay, so here I'm going to remove this two thing. I will let you know why I've written it later on. Now here is what secret. If I want to set any sort of a secret means what? API key. So if I want to add any sort of a secret inside any method, so we use this secret module from the Haystack. Then we have this sentence transformer text embedder. It's the same one which we are using inside the ingestion. So it is going to be convert into the embedding, that particular sentence, whatever sentence we are giving. Prompt builder for creating the prompts. Pinecone for for interacting to the Pinecone database. If you want to retrieve the embedding, okay, so we are using this Pinecone embedding retriever. Then Hugging Face, okay, Hugging Face TGI generator. So here we are using this particular module for accessing the for accessing the model, okay, the open source model. Now you can see the each and every detail of it. So enable text generation using Hugging Face have hosted non-chat LLM. So here we are just going to be enable text generation using Hugging Face Hub hosted non-chat LLM. Guys, please focus, non-chat LLM. So we are using this particular we are going to use this particular Hugging Face TGI for accessing non-chat LLM. Now here we have this component is designed to seamlessly inference model deploy on the text generation inference backend, right? So whatever model has been deployed on top of the Hugging Face, right? Just for the inferencing, we are using this one. Okay, now here we cannot like load those model which has been created for the chatbot or the other model like Jima, Llama, right? Okay. Whatever model like Mistral, this 7v v1 instruction v1 7v instruction v2 version 2, we can utilize those model only. If you want to use other model like Llama, Jima and all, so we have one more method over here itself. Okay, so I will show you that once I will come to the implementation. So by using that method you can like get the other model as well. So I hope this thing is perfect. Now let's try to write the code. Okay, so let's try to create a method, and then inside I will be writing the functionality. So the first thing basically which is going to be here, so let me create the method. The method is going to be get result. So retrieval and generation means what? So generation means what? I will be getting the result only. So here let me write this get result. I am getting a result. I will be getting a result whenever I will be passing any sort of a query. Okay, now here is what pass means. I am not going to write anything over here, and then I'm just going to write if name is equal to main. Okay, name is equal to main. So name is equal to main, and here what I'm doing, I'm going to call this get underscore result. So this is what, this is my skeleton, right? Now one more thing here, utils.py. So inside this utils.py, guys, I'm going to write something, right? So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to write here, so let me give you the code with respect to this utils.py. So here actually inside this utils.py, I'm going to configure my Pinecone database. Now how we are going to do that? What is the what are the command and all? Each and everything basically I written it over here. Let's try to understand one by one. So the first module is a Pinecone document store, which we are going to be import from the Haystack only. So this Pinecone document store we are using for storing the document, for storing the data inside the Pinecone. Then we have this OS and this load.env. So by using this load.env, we are going to load the environment variable. Now what all environment variable I have? So first of all, let me write all those environment variable over here. So the first environment variable here, which I'm going to use, that is what? Pinecone API key. So here basically I will be writing the Pinecone API key, and then the next one is what? HF token. HF token means what? Hugging Face token. Okay, so we are going to use this two environment variable. Now here you can see utils.py. So this one basically for loading the environment variable. By using this one, we are going to read the environment variable, and here we are going to set it. Okay, so here we are going to set the environment variable as a temporary one. Okay, temporarily we are going to export it, temporarily we are going to set it over here. So setting environment variable. Okay, setting environment variable, so that I can use it throughout my code, throughout my execution. Okay, throughout my project. So here I am going to set this particular environment variable, and here you can see if we are running till here means everything is perfect, everything is fine. Now here I'm going to create one method. Method name is going to be Pinecone config. So here what I'm doing, I'm giving the environment name, indexes, namespace, dimension, and here is what we are going to return this document is store. So I will come to this one, guys. Don't worry. I will again try to explain you this particular method. specifically this method, that why we are writing these many arguments over here. Got it? Now let's try to come to the fast API. So here basically we are going to write the skeleton for the fast API as well. So here in this app.py, let's try to write the code for the fast API. So what I'm doing now, let me do one thing. Let me copy and paste some sort of a code over here, or let me copy and paste the import statement. So here we are going to copy and paste. So I written the import statement over here. Now let's try to understand it. So here this is for what? This is for creating a fast API object. This is for the request and from the response, right? This is for the form, right? Interacting with the HTML form. Now here this is for the Ginger templating, right? We can create Ginger templating. Actually, it's a language for the HTML. Okay, it's a language for the HTML. Then we have this JSON-able encoder. We can encode our data into the JSON form. Then UVCon server, right? So here you can see we have the fast API, means it is not required because we have already imported it. Let me remove it from here. Then JSON OS and this .env. Okay, other module. Now here what I'm going to do, guys. So here let me do one thing. Let me create the application first of all. So here I'm going to create the object of the fast API. So here is what? Here is the object of my fast API, this one. Now what I'm doing after creating the object of fast API, guys, so whatever I have inside this template directory, that thing basically I'm going to read it over here. So it's going to be my template. Let me write over here what I'm going to write. So here I'm going to write templates. Okay, templates equal to what? Template equal to what? Ginger template. I'm going to call this I'm going to create an object of this particular class, and here I'm passing the directory direct directory, and in the directory, basically which directory? Template directory. So here what I'm saying, I'm going to read the HTML file from this template directory. That's it, nothing else. Now what I will do here, so here basically I'm going to create my routes. So here is what? Here is my first route. So in the first route, basically what I'm going to write, I'm going to write this app.get, and here guys, okay, so this is what? This is my home route. So here over the home route, what I'm going to do here, so let me associate one method with this home route. So here I'm writing this async. What is the async, guys? I will create one detailed video on top of it. It's a very amazing functionality. I will definitely explain you this async. Okay, async method. Now here what I'm doing, async dev. Now here I'm going to create one method. The method name is going to be index. Now here what I will be getting, I will be getting the request. So here this request is nothing, this is my parameter. Okay, so request is nothing, it's my parameter, and we have a value of it, that is nothing, that's the request itself, right? Now what I'm doing here, I'm going to write a functionality inside this method, whatever I have associated with this home route, right? So let me write the functionality over here with respect to this one. So whenever I'm coming to the home route, so simply I'm going to respond, I'm giving a response. Okay, so here simply I'm going to call this template, and here I'm going to call this I'm writing this dot, and it is having the different method, as you can see. So simply I'm going to call this template a response. Now template response, so which is my template? My template is what? My template is the index.html. This is what? This is my template. And here, guys, I have the request, means I'm carrying the request and I'm giving the response as a template. Okay, this my index template means from my browser I'm requesting through this URL. So request is coming to this particular method, and I'm giving as a response to this template. And here I'm going to define the request parameter also. So request, and here is request is nothing, this request only. So I hope it is perfect. Now let me do one thing. Let me keep this double quote over here, and let me remove this from here. So this is perfect for the home route. Now I'm going to create one more route, guys, and don't worry, everything is going to be clear once I will write the other line of code. So here what I'm doing, so here I'm going to create one more method. So now I'm going to create the post method. So here actually I'm passing the URL. Now my URL is going to be /get_answer. So this is going to be my URL. This is going to be my like URL, okay, which I'm going to be hit. Now what I will do, I will associate it one more method over here. So here basically my method name is going to be get answer. So I will be getting a request from my button, whatever button basically I'm going to hit. So I will be getting a request over here, and then basically I will be getting the question also from there itself. So I'm getting the question, and the type of the question is going to be str over here, and here that particular question I'm going to pass to the form. Okay, so here I'm going to pass that particular question to the form. Now I hope this thing is clear. This is the syntax basically I'm just using from the documentation itself. Now this is perfect. So let's try to write the further code. So yes, guys, this is the complete skeleton of the fast API. Now here I will be writing a code for getting the answer. Now here you can see inside this particular folder, inside this particular folder, I have the code regarding ingestion, retrieval and generation, and I will be keeping the data over here as well. So let's try to start with the ingestion process, guys. So here, guys, at the very first place, after setting up this entire thing, we will be required data. So let's try to gather the data. Now for that, I created one folder name is what data. Right now it is empty. So let me right click on it and let me reveal inside the file explorer. So once I will click on it, so here you can see we have this data folder. Now what I want to do, I want to keep the data inside this data folder. So I can keep one document, multiple document. As of now, I'm just going to keep one single document. So here inside my document, I have different document. So this is the research paper which I was reading, and let me show you this research paper. So this research paper basically I'm going to use for creating my question answer system. Okay. So this is the research paper. The name is what? The name is Retrieval Augment Generation for Knowledge Intensive NLP Tasks. RAG for NLP tasks. Now let's do it. How we can keep the data? Simply just copy and paste. Just copy the data from here and paste it inside this data folder. So this is my data, guys, which I kept it over here. Now the next thing is what? So here I got my data. Let's try to write the ingestion pipeline. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to write the ingestion pipeline. So the very first thing which will be required over here. So here basically we have to create an object of this pipeline. So here I'm going to create an object of this pipeline. Now pipeline is something, it's a class, and through this pipeline only each and everything is going to be connected. In the LangChain we have chain, and in Haystack we have pipeline. Now simply I'm writing over here, I'm giving object name. Let's say my object name is what? Indexing. So this is what is my object name. Now what I'm going to do here, so here actually I'm going to add multiple component inside this pipeline. So here is my component, guys. Let me copy and paste from my notepad, so with that, where I already kept this particular name. So here is what, here is my here you will be able to find out all the component, right? So we'll try to understand this component one by one, step by step, so no need to worry about it. So here it is giving me any sort of a red line. So let's see why it is giving to me. Maybe because of the indentation. Yes, I think inconsistent use of the indentation. Let me check it over here. This is perfect. This is perfect. Now this is perfect, and here this is perfect. Okay, guys. So here you can see like now we are not facing any sort of issue. So the first thing will be required data, means we'll be reading, first we will be reading the data, means we are going to create the entire pipeline. Then a document splitter will split the document here. So where is the document? This one, document splitter. How we are going to split? So here we are going to split the sentence. Okay, sentence wise we are going to split, and split length is equal to what? Split length is equal to 2. So the maximum number of unit in each split. Okay, so in each split, whenever we are going to split, so maximum number of unit, right? So how many sentences will be there in each split? 2 sentences, right? Now here you can see, so sentence transformer from document embedder. This is what, this is my embedder. Now here actually in backend they are using the embedding, and like one by default model they have, and they are using that particular model by default model by using this HF token. You can read the detail, about it. This is the model name, all MPNet. Okay, and here this model is required this Hugging Face token. So by default like this is the model. Now if you want to add any other model, definitely we can do that also. Okay, but by default this will be the model. Now what I need to do here, so here actually we have to write the document inside the Pinecone, right? So this is what, this is the document writer for writing the document inside the Pinecone. Okay, this document writer, here you can see this particular class, this one, document writer. Now from where basically we'll get this document is stored. So I shown you this document is stored over here itself. Let me show you. So inside the utils actually we have created this document is stored. This is the configuration of the Pinecone. Okay, so this Pinecone configuration will be required over here. This document is stored. Now, from where we will be getting this thing. So here we are passing to this particular method whenever we want to like call, whenever we will be calling this method. So yes, we'll be getting this document stored. So here what I'm going to do now. So let me write one thing. With that, basically we'll be able to run this ingestion pipeline in a standalone mode. So here I am going to write this Pinecone config. Okay, I'm going to import this Pinecone config from where? From this utils. So simply I'm writing over here from QA. Okay, QA system, QA system SYSTEM. From QA system we are going to import. So what we are going to import, guys? So here we have one file. File name is what? Utils file. And from this utils file we are going to import something that is nothing, that is a Pinecone configuration. So this configuration. Okay, so Pinecone configuration is method. Now this Pinecone configuration, actually we are going to call this Pinecone configuration over here, and here after calling this Pinecone configuration we'll be getting the document is stored. So here let me keep the document store. So this document store basically will be passing over here while we are ingesting the data. So here we are passing this document store, and from where we are getting it? We are getting this particular document store from this utils. Okay, from here itself we are going to return it, right? Now what is the meaning of this environment, index, namespace, dimension? I will come to this one, just wait, right? Now here guys will be required one more thing. So let me set one more variable as an environment variable. So here we are going to set the Hugging Face environment variable. Okay, so already I written the name over here, Hugging Face token. So let me keep it over here. Let me mention it over here inside this utils. So it's going to be Hugging Face token, and here is what? Here I will be getting the Hugging Face token itself. Now from where I will be getting? So I will be getting by using this os.getEnv. Now this is going to be my Hugging Face token. Okay, let me set it over here. Let me keep it over here. Okay, it is perfect. Now let me check with the ingestion. So by default, actually they were using some name over here with respect to this splitter. So that was the Hugging Face API token. So I can utilize this same name. Okay, so let me set it over here, Hugging Face API token. So this environment variable name, not this one, basically this is the value which I'm going to read here, where I'm going to set this environment variable. This is going to be Hugging Face API token, this one. Perfect guys, I hope everything is good, everything is perfect, and everything you are able to get. Now Pinecone configuration, I will come to this one, don't worry. So we have this Pinecone configuration, each and everything. Now ingestion, let me show you the ingestion. So here is a complete pipeline for the ingestion. This is a complete component of the ingestion. Now what I have to do, I have to connect this component. So for connecting this component, here is the method. So here by using this particular by using this particular method connect, we can connect the component. Again I will explain you the detail of it, just wait. Now this is what? This is my indexing. Now here what I will do, finally I will run the indexing, and we are going to store the data. Okay, and we are going to store the data. Where we are going to store it, guys? Tell me. We are going to store this particular data inside the Pinecone, right? So here basically I am going to run my indexing. Now this thing will be required something. Now let me copy and paste it first of all. So here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy and paste the data. So let me do one thing. Let me copy and paste few argument over here. So here is going to be my argument. So this is what? This is my converter, means it will convert the data from PDF to document, and then this is the data path. So let me remove this path and let me give my path. Okay, the current path. So here just do the right click on top of it and then copy the path over here and then paste it. Now here guys, instead of using this okay, just do one thing, just try to take the entire path, complete path, then copy, then remove it from here, this one, and then paste it again. Now guys, do one thing, just try to do the double slash, otherwise you will get the Unicode error, or else you can use the R also over there. So like this, basically we are going to read the data from the directory. So this is what? This is my complete ingestion pipeline. Okay, this one. Now what we have to do, we have to configure the Pinecone. So how you can configure the Pinecone over here? So let me show you how you will be configuring the Pinecone. So first of all guys, you need to go through with the Pinecone website. Just search over here Pinecone. So once you will search this Pinecone, you will get the website of the Pinecone. Now just click on it and just log in over here. So for logging in guys, what I'm going to do, so here I'm going to use the Google, and If you have account, then you can log in over here. Otherwise you can use the otherwise what you can do, you can use the Google account as well. So here I already used the Google account, and you can see this is my index, okay, where I'm basically I want to store my data. Now what I'm doing as of now, I'm just going to delete it. So just write the name of this particular index. So in my case, it was the default only. Now I'm going to delete this particular index. I will show you from starting. Just wait. So guys, here you can see I don't have any sort of an index. So once you will log in now over here. So after logging, guys, it will give you this type of interface. Maybe if it is not giving you this type of interface, maybe it will ask you to create about the project. Okay, here is a project which I already created. This one, Haystack rank, right? So inside this project, you can create the index. Okay, you can create the index inside this particular project. Now what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to connect this index from my code. Okay, it means here basically I'm going to create the index from my code directly. By using the code itself, I can create the index, and for that basically I will be required the API key. So here just click on it, and here you will find out the API key. So this is my API key. I'm just going to copy this thing, just this API key, and here I'm going to paste it over here inside this environment variable. Now let me paste this API key inside this environment variable. So see guys, this is my environment key. Now I will be required one more thing, that is what, Hugging Face token. So API key of the Pinecone, it is fine. Again, just go and check if you don't have the API key. See, by default you will get one API key, but if you want to create the new one, you can create it from here as well. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to generate the Hugging Face token. So Hugging Face token, or Hugging Face, directly we search that, you will get the Hugging Face website. And now just click on this icon, profile icon, go inside the setting, and now here inside the setting, you will find out this access token. And here basically I have this token. Now let me copy this token, and now I am going to post it over here. So this true token, I have pasted over here. Okay, now what I can do, so ingestion is there, and I think you know this is what is my component. So first I'm going to load the data, then I'm going to split it, I'm doing a chunking, then I'm performing an embedding, and then I'm writing inside the Pinecone. Now here, after adding the component, I'm just going to connect it, means I'm just going to like making a connectivity. So once I will convert it, whatever output I will get, I will be passing to the splitter. So this is in and out. So whatever output we are getting over here, it's going to in over here. Then splitter, whatever split I will perform, then split, after then I have to perform the embedding regarding that particular chunks and all. Then we have an embedding, and after the embedding, I will be writing inside the database, and then finally we are running it. So here is my converter where I am passing my data. That's it, nothing else, and each and everything is going to be run automatically. So let's try to ingest the data, and here if I'm going to show you this utils.py, so you'll find out we have this environment, means this is my region of the server. Now index, you can write any sort of a name of the index. I just kept it default, namespace default, and here is the dimension. You can keep any sort of a dimension in whatever dimension you want to store your data. This is the configuration of the Pinecone database. Now what I'm doing here, I'm just going to execute this ingestion.py. Let's see whether it's going to run or not. So first of all, I just need to exit over here, and after exit, guys, what I'm going to do, so here simply I'm going to write clear, and instead of this one, let me open my this one, basically bash terminal. I'm not using this PowerShell. Now here simply I'm going to write Python, and which file I want to run. I want to run this ingestion.py. So if I'm going to copy the path of it, so here let me copy the path and let me paste it over here. Now here basically I will have to change the like this one. I will have to change the slash. Okay, it's going to be a forward slash, sorry, backward slash, sorry, this is a forward slash, left hand side means forward slash. So here's my forward slash, and now it's perfect. So this is my path, ingestion.py. Now I'm going to execute, and let's see whether I'm able to ingest the data or not inside my database, inside my Pinecone. So I'm just running it, guys. Here you can see the each and everything is going to run over here, and in some time the data will be ingested. See, import successfully, each and everything is successful over here. Now it is ingesting the data. Guys, this video is going to be quite long, so don't worry. Project and all, it takes time. If I'm going to explain you like from scratch like this only, it takes time. Now it is saying pip install PyPDF. PyPDF was not there, so let me install this PyPDF over here. So I'm going to install this PyPDF, and let me mention inside my requirement.txt also. So later on, I don't need to install it from here. PyPDF. Now PyPDF is done. Let me execute it one more time. So here I'm going to execute it, guys. Just wait. Let's see whether it's going to run or not successfully. So it is running, guys. And let's wait whether we are able to store the data or not. Okay, now it is saying sentence transformer is not there. One more library, guys. One more library. Let me write the pip install and let's try to install this sentence transformer. So here successfully you can see I installed this sentence transformer. Now if you are getting any sort of a like warning or this error, just forget it, just like ignore it, because there's no meaning of it. We are not going to use this particular libraries directly. Okay, in backend actually automatically is going to be take care. Now I mentioned the sentence transformer over here as well. So directly from the requirement.txt you can install it. Now let's try to ingest the data. So here I'm going to run this Python ingest.py and let's see whether it's going to ingest the data or not. So ingestion.py and let's see import is successful or not. Here is a complete code of the ingestion. So this is a complete and detailed code. Now let it, okay, import is successful. Now let it complete. Okay, great. So here it is giving me warning. Fine, not an issue with this one. Okay, so here guys you can see the process has started for installing the data. So let's see how much time it will take from this particular document. So let it install. Okay, great. The process start for uploading the data. So data is uploading in the batches, and here the data is uploading in 17 batches. Okay, so yes, uploading. Great. Ingestion is started. It might take time if you have huge amount of data. Now you can see now vector is updating. Now vector is updating, guys. See. So here total 528 vector. After embedding now total 528 vector. And yes, 76% is done. 95% 100. Yes, guys. So it is successful. Let's see with the Pinecone now whether I have the data or not. So here's my Pinecone. Now let me refresh. Now here you can see, guys, data is ingesting, and yes, now see all the entire data is ingested. Okay, great. So the processing was happening in the batches. I think the backend code has been written in that way only. Now here you can see upserted vector. So let's check with the Pinecone whether the data is available or not over there. So once we will go and check with the Pinecone. So here is a Pinecone, guys. Now see vector count is how many. Let me do the hard refresh, and here you will find out your vector count. So how many vector count is there? Total 512 vector count. Now along with that you will find out the content. Okay, and this is the embedding. Got it? So yes, we have stored the data. Now let's understand the retrieval pipeline. Now here, guys, inside the retrieval, so I already explained you the code that this is the query embedder, means whatever query I'm getting is going to be embed that. This is my like Pinecone retriever, means from the Pinecone itself we are going to retrieve the document based on the similarity search. This is my prompt builder and this is my model, LLM model. Now we are going to connect each and every component. This is my embedder. Okay, then whatever input, whatever output which I will get from here, I will be passing to this query embedding, right? Means based on that we are going to retrieve the data. Then this is my retriever document. This retriever document basically we are passing to the prompt builder, right? So query and this retrieval document, and finally we are passing this prompt, okay, this prompt builder to the LLM, right? So you can see over here we have this query, we have this document, and with that basically we are going to generate the answer. And same thing I mentioned it over here as well, query pipeline dot run. So text is nothing, it's a query, means with that the text basically which I want to embed by using this one. And here is query is nothing, it's my like query itself which I am passing for the prompt, okay, for the prompt only. Now let's run it and let's see whether I will be able to get the reply or not. So simply I need to run it. So here is my retrieval generation dot py. Let's see, based on this particular question, I will be able to get my answer or not. So my question is what is rack token? So this is guys decoupled pipeline, means each and every module I'm running it separately, and then finally I will combine inside my API. So see here you can see it is going to be loaded, imported successfully. Now if everything is perfect, I will be getting my final answer. So batch is doing well, and here, yes, I getting my answer. So this is my answer, guys. See, RAG token is a model that can be predict each targeted token based on the different document. It can be seen standard, autoregressive, sequence to sequence generator, and all. Everything you can see over here over the prompt. Fine. So retrieval and generation is fine. Now let's try to append it inside the fast API. So first of all, guys, will be required this index.html. So I created one basic HTML page. So let me give you the code. Let me give you the code of this HTML one. So here what I'm going to do. So just a second. I'm going to copy and paste the entire code over here. So this is my code, guys. Basic HTML page I have created by using the template from the internet itself. So here, if you will go and check, if you will read it, then definitely you will get that. Let me run it, and you will get the entire idea automatically. Now app.py. So here I require the functionality. So here I need to call the get query. Let me call that as well. So here is what. Here I am going to call this a get query. So let me do it. Let me paste the code over here. So this is the code, guys. Okay, this is the entire code. Now what I will do, so here is what, here is my question, and this question from where I will get this a particular question, right? So let me show you that as well. So this question basically, uh just wait, guys. So get answer, here is what, here is the request, and get result. So first of all, let me do one thing. Let me import the get result from the retriever one. So from QA system dot this retriever generation, and from here I'm going to import this get underscore result. So now I hope it is perfect. So this questions actually, and this questions I will be passing over here. Great. Now everything seems fine, everything is perfect. Now let's try to execute this thing. So first we are getting a question and we are passing to the get result, and here is my get result which is running this one. Now after that, after running the get result, guys, I will be returning the answer. I will be returning the result from here, and then here you can see this is what, this is my response which I am going to be encode over here, okay, in a JSONable form, and then finally we are going to return that this one, this response. Now let's try to execute this API, fast API. So first of all, for running this fast API, I will be required this ubcon. So let me copy and paste the ubcon for this one. So here is the ubcon.run. App means this is my app. Host, I'm going to host on my local. This is my port number, and this is reload is equal to true. Now let's execute and let's see whether my API is running or not. So Python app.py, and yes, guys. So here I have executed my fast API, and this is two method. This is the home page where I'm going to load the index, and here I will be generating the answer, okay, after requesting from the client. So yes, python.fast API, and it is asking for something. It is asking for Python multipart. So let me install this Python multipart. Okay, it is asking for one module, and let me mention inside the requirement.txt as well. So yes, this is perfect. Now let me clear it, and here simply I can run this python.py. So yes, it is running, guys. It will take some time, and let it execute. Data is fine, env, everything is perfect. So this is the entire pipeline, guys, and definitely you can use this particular code for your project as well. Now let me show you. So here what I need to do, I simply search about the local host 8000. So here you can see, yes, guys, so this is my UI. Now I can ask any sort of a question over here. So let's try to ask based on the research paper itself. So here is what, here is my research paper. Anything you can ask. Let's say methods model, okay, reg sequence model. Let's try to ask that what is the reg sequence model, and this answer, first of all, I will try to generate the document from the database, from the Pinecone, and then finally I'm passing to the LLM for augmenting the answer. So here my question is, what is reg sequence QUENC model? So So this is my question, guys. Now if I will submit it, so here you can see in a backend everything is going to be load. So see, my query is going to be load. Here you will see while query will be loading, and it will print the question also, the question, right? So see, it is going to print the question also if everything is perfect. Means if I'm getting request from my API. Okay, so let's see whether I will be getting or not. So here I am going to hit this submit. Okay, it is already done, and let's wait, guys. It is working. It is working. Let's say so far I didn't get any sort of error. Means everything is working fine. I hope so. So this video is quite long, more than 1 hour, but yeah, it is worth if you are implementing it by yourself, guys. So please do it. Please implement it, and definitely you will get a lot. And this type of application for sure you are going to implement in your in your final year project, in your like internship project, in your organization as well. So let's see, guys, it is working or not. Imported successfully, server is fine. Now it should work. I think it is taking question from there itself. Import successfully. I think it is not generating. Okay, guys, finally I'm getting an answer here. So it has not printed the answer. It has not printed the question. I thought like it will print the question. Fine, fine, not an issue. Here you can see in the back front end, I'm able to get the answer. What is the rack sequence? So rack sequence model the rack. Okay, let's try to ask next question. So what is the rack token model? Okay, so this is my question, and let's see what I will be getting here. I'm just submitting, and yes, it will be generating the answer now. So here, guys, let's try to wait whether it's going to invoke or not. But here in the backend, I think it should showcase that process and all. Maybe some issue will be there with the terminal, but no issue. We are getting the answer over here. Rack token model is this one. So see, guys, we are getting the answer and we are passing the question. Write your query and get your answer. Write your query and get your answer in the front end itself. So we have created the end-to-end API over here. And now what I will do, guys, so here I will deploy it in my LLM ops series. So fine. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Take care for watching this video. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.